Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling hills, there was a river that flowed through the center of town. The river sparkled under the sun and was the lifeblood of the community. Near the river, children would skip stones across the water and collect the prettiest shells they could find. They would take the shells home and hide them in their bedrooms, pretending they were treasures from faraway lands. One day, a young boy named Rayan was playing by the river when he saw a shell unlike any he'd seen before. It was smooth and shiny, and when he picked it up, he could hear a tiny voice whispering his name. Startled, he dropped the shell, and when he looked closer, he saw that the shell's lips were moving. "Did you say something?" Ryan asked. "Yes," the shell replied. "I've been waiting for you to find me so I could tell you my story." Just then, all the shells in the river began to stir. They talked, they sang, and they told stories that echoed with the wisdom of ages. The children stood mesmerized, their eyes wide with wonder as they listened to the tales. Each shell carried a piece of history, a memory of a faraway place. One shell told of a majestic castle that lay under the sea, guarded by colorful rainbow fish. The castle shimmered with an otherworldly glow, and the fish swam through halls of coral and pearl. Ryan imagined the castle's grandeur and the secrets it must hold. Another shell shared the story of a giant bird that lived on a faraway mountain. Every morning, the bird would spread its wings and paint the sky with vibrant colors as the sun rose. The children gasped as they listened to the bird's tale, and they felt a sense of awe for the beauty it had described. A third shell whispered about a secret garden where the moon came to rest when it grew tired in the sky. The garden was filled with magical flowers that bloomed only under the moonlight, and the air was filled with the scent of 1,000 stars. The children's imaginations soared as they pictured the moon resting among the flowers, and they longed to visit the garden themselves. As the sun began to set, the shells fell silent, and the children realized that the river was no ordinary river. It was a magical conduit that collected stories from all corners of the world and hid them within its shells. The river was a living archive of memories, and each shell was a treasure trove of wonder. That evening, as the stars twinkled overhead, the shells began to sing. They sang of faraway lands and magical creatures, and their voices filled the valley with a symphony of wonder. The children danced and clapped along, their hearts filled with joy and their spirits lifted with each note. And so it was that the children of the village learned a valuable lesson that day. They learned that every voice, no matter how small, carries a story worth listening to. And they knew that the river of talking shells would continue to share its stories for as long as they listened with open hearts and curious minds. If you enjoyed this magical tale, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more enchanting stories. And now it's time for you to become part of the magic. Click the link in the description below to receive a beautifully illustrated talking shell of your own. Your shell will arrive in a beautiful box with a personalized message just for you. It's the perfect reminder that your voice matters and that every story deserves to be heard. So don't wait. Click the link in the description and order your talking shell today.